Welcome to the Land of Dawn to witness perhaps potentially the conclusion of this series.
It's a very good assessment, actually, Eterna. Like you mentioned, the winning lanes for Aura, the lanes you can actually say are winning lanes are very execution-based too. So it's literally going to come down to how Aura plays these lane matchups. Kabuki, I love the change already. The fact that they picked up the Paquito here shows that they understand Kabuki needs to carry. On the high and dry as well, this is a very carryable hero. Keyboy almost just steals that away, but it's both teams just playing it very, very slow. Drian in the mid lane, mobility being the big key to victory for game number 1. I think it's a proper response to. The reason they pick up the Faramis here is because the Faramis can actually match the wave clear and mobility from the Farsa.
We'll see. Execution based, right? Right now we can see that the Lolita High is actually going to start prioritizing that bottom lane, trying to help the Claude get to that power spike a little bit faster, realizing that he is going against CW.
Oh.
But look at the aggression as well, the response coming in from Facehugger.
Good response, honestly, right? Not much to do for Aura Fire here. They don't have a lot of kill pressure, but on the other side, remember, again, Lapu starts at level 4. Low 1 to 3, you're pretty much not in the game.
And ONIC Esports seems to be playing around that, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to play for their strong side, and they are going to be able to get a lot of gold onto Boots as well. But it seems like Kabuki, Facehugger trying to help clear out that lane, but you're right, for the first few moments of the game, it seems like Aura Fire might be able to utilize that top side.
That first blood can be costly here for the side of Lapu. You're right. I mean, Yu Zong, once he gets it rolling, it's gonna be hard here now for Aura Fire to perhaps make a play from that Lapu. The first turtle though, now turtle dance. Let's see, Kyrie, 4 members is in the vicinity. Meanwhile, Aura Fire responds with 4 as well. High now, will try to open. Oh, Previous Spider on towards the backside, but Cold Ultra in the front side will not help. Kyrie will secure the first turtle now. Kabuki, though, gets taken down. Drian also traded back high. Will be next on the chopping block. It's a 3-4-1 trade, basically.
I love the Kabuki. I love that Kabuki picked up something like the Paquito. I agree with you, Mirko, in that sense. More kill pressure definitely for their team. But the problem is when they go for those 5v5 around the turtle, he's susceptible to the CC coming in from Keyboy, which is exactly what Keyboy did. Picking up something like the Martis would have been a little bit more safe. But looking at the Talon's prediction now, nothing really has changed from game number 1. And, you know, you guys are right. And it's not looking too good for Aura Fire as well here in game number 2. ONIC Esports leading with a 1,700 gold lead despite being able to lose that top side. But I think Fluffy now already level 5. That explains it.
Yeah, and to add on to your point, right, you mentioned that Kabuki, this matchup is just not a really good matchup against something like the Grok, but even against the Fredrin. This is why I gasped in the draft as well, and they're going for another.
High will be taken down, and Kyrie will pick up that kill. Wow, that was an engage from ONIC Esports committing on towards High. Perhaps realize
Play objectively, it's that simple.
It's that simple. So now everyone uses it's that simple, but it seems like we are going straight back into the game, but Fluffy already going in.
Kyrie now being the recipient of a lot of damage. Still surviving. Drian covering from the backside with that feather airstrike. Turtle now is up high. Needs to recall that's a man advantage from ONIC. Boots with that black dragon form will able to zone away Lapu. So another clean objective take from the side of the yellow porcupines.
Not much to do with your aura in that particular situation, right? There's just so much thrown at you. You tried your best to burst Kyrie down, but he's able to utilize his passive on these neutral objectives. So he gets back to like almost full HP and takes it for basically nothing because he is also in the lead, 1 level against Kabuki. And this is something we just really need to highlight, right? CW in the winning lane, or the losing lane, actually, is always winning. He's a very good weak side player, and ONIC can utilize it as a strong side with the roam.
But their airstrike hasn't popped. That's information. High now, trying to jump in. Chait, though, will be able to clear, but now looking for an engage, perhaps. Facehugger is there. No commitments from both teams.
But in the sense, even though you mentioned that maybe CW is in a losing lane, it doesn't appear that CW... No, it doesn't appear that Chait has the same amount of flexibility when it comes to dishing out the damage because he has to go in for that full going in with the Blazing Duet. And the problem is the damage take that he's receiving from Drian is so much that he's barely able to dish out the damage. And if we take a look at the items here, Beatrix already with the BOD.
It's super smart there. Actually, he did not finish his boots. This is something that we've seen from Kyrie, and we can see CW trying to do the same thing in the gold lane, right? Not finishing up the boots, just getting the first little boot before he goes for the actual real boots. Then he buys the BOD, and he actually also picks up a little bit of penetration there, right? So it's a really good build, honestly, is what I'm trying to say. And with the gold lead that he has and the team has, just look at Kyrie and Kabuki. This is just the matchup that we were talking about. Jungle matchup very heavily favoring Kyrie, and also CW using his siege potential to move up top with the Bennett now that the gold buff minions have disappeared from lane.
We'll
The next neutral objective has been secured. But I guess, ONIC Esports with the 4,000 gold lead now. What will they do? Turtle Dance, will Kabuki commit on towards this one? ONIC Esports looking for the setup. Drian with the feather airstrike as well. But Keyboy will flicker away as Kyrie secures the neutral objective. Cold Altar has been popped, but now Fluffy in a no man's land will try to find a kill on towards Keyboy.
No way.
Does not get it. As now Fluffy looks for an escape. Drian will secure the kill.
Fluffy gets taken down, and also high there. So 2-for-0 trade for ONIC Esports. And now they're just snowballing up until this point, right? 4,000 gold lead. Chai trying to do what Chai does best, which is not have an impact in the team fights. He just goes in for the side lane pushes. You saw the claw where he was. He was in the top.
He was split pushing, right? I mean, split pushing, I think not joining team fight. I think split pushing is what he does best here with the Claude. He's grabbing turrets, just like you guys can grab food with the discount code 26,000 IDR, grb.to/MPL. Scan the QR code here. As CW does the same thing ultimately, right? Chai was able to pick up a tier 1. Now they're going for it. Aura wants to collapse on Keyboy.
Oh my god, is this the right move? Hot charge! A simple ultimate popped. And Keyboy is safe now. The re-engage perhaps in the backside. Kabuki caught Kyrie securing the kill. Boots now popping that black dragon form just to zone the members. Another turret take top side.
You can just say that was outclassed, right? And look at that high.
What? Petrified to cancel high, and he gets taken down. Facehugger as well. Facehugger down. Though will shut down a member now. Facehugger 1v3 under the turret. CW needs to be careful. He survives that one, but it's still favoring ONIC.
It was already bad that Aura Fire got outplayed in a 3v1 situation where Keyboy was able to outplay that situation. It's even worse when Hai looks for an opening with the Noonan Blast and it gets cancelled and it gets instantly traded back again by ONIC Esports. Outclassed, man. Real-time win probability by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G even agrees. 63% for ONIC Esports. It's going to take a lot for Aura Fire to come back again in this game.
It's going to get from bad to worse, right? Because Aura Fire's composition really relies on the Cult Altar working here. And the thing is, the Cult Altar isn't really going to work. If they clump up together, it's just ONIC with a massive advantage with their AoE damage and their poke. They're going for the Lord.
Oh no, Kabuki.
Kyrie will secure the Lord though. Hai gets knocked up. Boots trying to zone out Kide. Take a look at that lifesteal, forcing that Call Altar. Hai will die in the process in the front lines. It's going to be 1-4-0 kill-wise. Again, ONIC securing the Lord.
And the turret down below, right? Oof. They're just sieging, capitalizing on every little mistake that Aura Fire are making. And again, it's Aura Fire going back to the default plays here. They're not really trying to make, they're trying their best to look for an opening, but they're going for the default plays, which means neutral objective, contest. And ONIC are able to capitalize every single time because they have a massive advantage already when it comes to the gold lead. Look at the items. It speaks for itself. Hunter Strike, Melfic Roar, building to a Heptases now. This Beatrix is out of control. 5-0-1. At this point, we can see what Skylar did to Highs, I believe, or no, to Rizal. Was it? The two-shot yesterday on Nibiru. That's something that CW can look for now with the amount of damage and the amount of items he has. This early on, 10 minutes, it's unreal for CW to have these many items.
And the worst part is he's on a Beatrix, right? Because if the Claude was leading, then CW, if he was behind, he could pick up something like the WON, which can negate that entire burst of the ultimate of the Blazing to Wet. But if you're against someone like CW on the Beatrix, whose shots aren't burst, and she has so many options in her kit to utilize and to put damage on the opponent. You can go one for the first maybe Renner shot, but after that, it's just, it's tough, it's tough.
It's very tough. Lord managed though by Aura. Fluffy taking the health top side early on, but it's gonna be 2 inner turrets taken down now. Aura Fire defending their base turrets. ONIC, it seems like they are still disciplined enough, not forcing any engages for now.
Just setting up once again to go for the siege down below as they have taken the tier 2s in the mid lane and that top lane. ONIC can just keep on doing this, again sieging with the Renner. And with the goal lead that they have, they're not really at risk of Aura Fire engaging, because the only way Aura Fire engages or look for... Oh no, Kabuki, I think he got spotted here.
Oh,
Kiboy's gonna walk him down. And he spots him. Kabuki all alone. Conceal. There you go.
Yeah, now Kabuki trying to find the escape. He does not get it. CW picking up that monster kill. Aura Fire, just one tiny mistake, tiny misrotation, completely punished by ONIC.
6,800 gold lead, guys. ONIC Esports. And they're starting to push the mid and the top lane to try and clash at the same time. We'll see as Drian opens it up.
Third airstrike on towards Facehugger now. The Lapu trying to find a play in the backside. Chaito with that blazing duet entering the zone of CW. Flickers away. Still surviving that one. Aura Fire, they have their power spikes in seasons like.
They have to understand here that even though ONIC have a massive advantage, 6.5k gold lead, that Aura Fire can still come back. They are a team that can rely on that late game damage from Chayat, and with him opting to go for the win of nature, it means that he is going to be he can make these risky plays happen in the back line. The reason he hasn't been joining team fights is to reach that power spike. And now he has finally gotten that power spike. It's just now up to ONIC as to how they try to bait that win of nature out. Because if Aura Fire can utilize that, and if Chai can actually deal the damage properly into the back line, just as I say that, CW picks up a Haas Claws and Drian picks up a win in the Winter Truncheon. So already an answer instantly.
Respect already being placed here by ONIC Esports, and Kyrie even picked up the Athena shield to negate the damage coming in from Facehugger, but Drian looks like he's looking for a play, maybe.
Are they going to commit on towards this one? Now Boots are popping that Black Dragon form, Feather Airstrike as well. A Keyboy taking a lot of damage, but take a look at the winner's record. Oh, Kabuki seals the Lord. In the backside, Fluffy 3v1ing, will not be able to find anything. Godlock secured. It seems like ONIC Esports, they realize they will win the fight. Facehugger now munched by 3 members here. Pulled back, but not enough damage. Say bye-bye. Oh, the Magic Worship goes through. He gets taken down. Now it's going to be 2-for-1, but the Lord has been secured by the side of Aura.
Very strange way to actually execute that team fight. They decide to go for the team fight instead of the Lord, despite having a super big gold lead that I've just been repeating over and over again. They didn't set up the waves. Instead of that, they went for the full commit. There was a little bit of a disconnect there where Kyrie actually was trying his best to zone Aura Fire away. Meanwhile, CW was still hitting that Lord. And these little mistakes that ONIC are making can give Aura Fire a way back into the game. With the gold already here, getting to a point where the lead almost doesn't matter, right? Look at the Claude, almost full items. Just one steal, one item slot away from full items. Literally, he has a steal leg plates. He can just go for an immortality now, and it's done. ONIC have basically kind of given Aura Fire more time to play with. Faramis as well, we saw the damage he was able to do just then, despite being behind, right? Now, with a few shutdowns, he's back. 2 kills on the board, and he's already in the same department as the Farsa. Already same goal. Damage dealt, though. Facehugger miles ahead of Drian.
Oh, that's surprising, right? I guess because he's able to go in really clear, and every time you see Drian trying to pop in that Feather Airstrike, it instantly gets cancelled by Fluffy. So the disparity in damage doesn't make sense. Facehugger also already has a Divine Glaive for that insta penetration, even though the members from ONIC Esports already built that Athena shield. I don't know, somehow Drian needs to be able to position better, maybe figure out where Fluffy is first before he opens up a really huge resources like the Feather Airstrike, or it's just going to be a waste, because that's a huge commodity that ONIC Esports can actually utilize in those team fights. That burst is perfect for that initial fight, where later on CW and Boots can finish the members of Aura Fire off.
See here, Keyboy now. Oh, ball charge instantly.
Whoa.
Now Fluffy will get stunned, but no follow-up damage just yet here. Drian triggering discipline there, does not commit blindly. And now it's just a reset here because it seems like 25 seconds, the Lord will spawn. So both teams now, they need to be careful.
ONIC in game one, oh my goodness, it's almost a steal by Keyboy there. But yeah, back in game one, we saw this happen. ONIC had the lead. They did not give proper space, didn't go for just the clears. They instead looked for fights that can give Aura Fire a way back into the game, and it did in game number one. They were able to recover, and now ONIC basically did the same thing. They got slapped in the face by Aura Fire, and now they're back to the discipline route, slow pushing in that bottom lane, building a push as well in the top lane. Aura Fire do not have pressure here. Fluffy, look at his positioning. He's down below. Now if ONIC actually pulls the trigger and goes for a fight, Aura Fire are going to be at a disadvantage, and this is the dilemma that Fluffy is experiencing. What does he have to do? He's constantly not showing up on the map, but he isn't showing up in the Lord Pit as well. Now he finally shows up on the map, and ONIC can pull the trigger.
Let's see, right? Oh, Drian Keyboy conceal play high now, being the recipient of everything. Kabuki, oh, CW gets the Lord. No junglers commit on towards that one now. Kabuki in the backside will not find anything as Tide gets bursted down by the feathered airstrike. 5v4, Aura Fire retreating fully.
That's so ONIC. Is that not super ONIC, that way that they just played that Lord fight? They always do that. They always look for a way to split it 4v5 when they know they have the man advantage. Then that's when they pull the trigger, and that's exactly what they did. They did it perfectly, and Aura Fire had no choice but to play into the way that ONIC Esports set that up, and it was beautiful.
Cancelled that Nunon blast now. Drian with the feather airstrike. Can they end? Still 4 members defending this one, as it seems like ONIC, their main focus should be the base turrets.
It really should, and they're just gonna go for the slow push once again, right? Bottom side with 2 waves crashing now. Aura Fire are going to have to send more members down, but look at Keyboy, he gets shredded down.
Fluffy trying to find the stun and not connecting. Boots with the Black Dragon Form as well, just to somehow zone the members away. Facehugger needs to retreat with that feather airstrike. Call Alter forced to be popped. ONIC, 3 base turrets down. Let's retreat and reset.
They did that without Chide using his Blazing Duet at all, but they might go and commit onto this.
Fluffy finding the lifesteal now. Kyrie gets stunned. No clear follow-up. Oh, that got me, right? I thought that was the play, but now on esports, yeah, with the reset.
It's just a slow push once again for ONIC, right? It's basically them choking Aura Fire out, right? It's very slow, but it's super efficient. Now, Aura Fire are suffocating slowly but surely, despite the items already being built up. They have gotten full items, but now the reason the Mobile Legends is played in this way is because with map pressure, even if you have a massive gold lead, you're not really going to be able to say much. Let's say ONIC actually pushes out all the waves and gets wiped out. Now, with the death timer, surely Aura Fire can get a few turrets on the board, but if they've cleared the wave in a particular way, Aura won't be able to get anything.
This is interesting, though,
yeah.
Miracle. Beatrix's items?
It's pretty interesting, right?
He just sold for the 1?
Yeah, he sold the boots for the Wind of Nature. So with added sustain as well, with the Haas Claws and the Wind of Nature, you can basically hit a minion once, I believe, and get to full HP. Also, that's really a really good item up against the backline presence or backline pressure that Aura Fire has. But again, my high.
Still has the Immortal though, but now, is that the right engage? High now chunked with that information on it, can take and set the Lord fight properly. Aura Fire, what was High doing there?
20 minutes already has elapsed, and we're getting to that point where a single team fight is going to matter. The death timers are insane. A single mistake is going to cost you. And ONIC Esports, they're going to go straight in for the Lord.
Yeah, Chide now, interesting, in the front side, blazing duets wildly. Lord, let's see who gets it. Retribution battle, it's going to be Kabuki finding one. Now Kai gets taken down. Now ONIC forcing that fight, gets the stun though. Is this enough? A lot of Immortals bought, and as well as the winner, Stretch and Drian finding Kabuki in the process. 4 members still on that manhunt. 2 for 1 for that Lord. Keyboy though will survive for now, but whose team won that trade?
Aura Fire, for sure, they buy more time to stay in this game, but ONIC can actually choose to push in this mid lane, maybe going for an end with the Lord down below, so don't count them out just yet.
Don't count them out just yet now. 4 members rotating towards the mid side. Feather airstrike popped high, trying to cancel that out. Fluffy finding 2, no follow-up though. CW deals massive damage. Facehugger gets taken down by Kyrie. They're looking for the end. Fluffy, no immortal high, gets taken down. ONIC, are they looking for the end? No minions in the mid. Adrian, no immortal. Raised by Waves is tied with that blazing duet. Not enough damage, it seems like, to melt the members from ONIC.
Oh, wow. I was on the edge of my seat. I would have thought ONIC Esports would be able to cancel that. I mean, to end that. But now they got to think about the Lord that's marching down in the bottom side. They made a gamble, and they are going to be able to clear it as fast as possible. But man, what was that play by Chait? He was the first person to go in, the first person to get taken out. But he got taken down, and now ONIC Esports, they might want to go for this once again.
Wild charge not connecting, but take a look at the backside. Kyrie and Kabuki 3v1ing, say bye-bye. Chai with the blazing duet will not find anything. It's actually Facehugger picking up a kill. Now Chai with the BMI exiting that premises. CW will survive as it's just now ONIC Esports will end the game. And it seems like
There's
ONIC,
no minions.
There are no minions. Still surviving. Aura Fire is now still in the game.
Oh, it could be delaying the inevitable, but we're going to take that, right? The real-time win probability still in favor of ONIC Esports by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G, 74%. But somehow, Aura Fire is still able to stay in the game after ONIC Esports have pushed 3 times. And you can start to see that ONIC Esports, they're getting pressure to end the game as soon as possible.
Crazy defense here from Aura Fire.
Wow.
Able to, again, go against the odds despite them being so behind. Look at the kill score, 21-3. Look at the gold lead. Look at everything, right? They are able to push ONIC back here and there always. And still, it's ONIC with a 6,000 gold lead, but at this point of the game, the gold lead is gone. 0. It does not matter at all. What matters is the map pressure. But with ONIC playing the way they are, the map pressure doesn't really matter. Not going to go for the mini waves. They're just going to go for fights, 50-50s across the board in the Lord Pit.
And that's the same tactic that Bigatron likes to use, and Bigatron usually are the ones to get the upper hand, especially when with this Lord take. And you can see here Aura Fire, they're going to go straight in for the Lord. But Kyrie, ONIC, they're going to have something to say about this.
They set this up properly here, Aura Fire. Are they going to commit to this though? Let's see, ONIC trying to gain more ground in that Lord dance, but no commitments. Lord will be resetted now. ONIC still with the somehow lead.
Keyboy's so annoying, but look at this conceal play.
Conceal play. Will they commit on towards this one? Fluffy now, which could be the target, but again, no proper engage, so no commitment.
There's not much to commit to right now, right? Again, ONIC are finally going back to their roots here, clearing out the ways, properly setting up before they actually go for the Lord. The Lord dance is truly a Lord dance now, as opposed to the 50-50 commitments that ONIC have just been going for. Now, you can already see top side, slow pushing, Lapu in the bottom lane. If they want to go for a fight, it might just be right now, but it should just be ONIC moving back and forth, waiting for that slow push that they built up in the top lane to finally crash into the base before pulling the trigger, ultimately to get the full, free, enhanced, or evolved Lord at this point of the game.
Lapu clearing top side. That's going to be information for ONIC to just go fight perhaps. But no, nobody's pulling the trigger. As now, yeah, there you go. Wild charge, Black Dragon form, Cold Altar popped with that feather airstrike. No casualties here as Chide is surviving that one with his truncheon now popped from Gian. Stun though connecting. Kyrie falls, and this is huge. Aura Fire, the Red Dragons are responding back.
Oh, it seems like Boots here might be caught. Fluffy goes in once again.
Oh, with the Furious Dive connecting onto it too. That was huge. Fluffy trying to find the kill. 4 members is gonna be enough for Aura Fire to commit to this Lord.
My goodness, ONIC, they pull the trigger on the roamer here, and Aura Fire instantly understands that they have utilized all, if not most of their resources onto the roamer. Kabuki 1-7-1, but it doesn't matter at this point of the game. He deals exactly the same amount of damage because we've gone to a 25-minute game somehow in this series. ONIC have thrown their lead, and it's up to Aura Fire to utilize this evolved Lord.
Oh, there's a chance for Aura Fire to come back from this. But the problem is, right, even if ONIC Esports are in the defense, if they're in defense mode, Drian has the better high ground, right? He has the Feather Airstrike to be able to defend really well. And Aura Fire, they're going to be left to try and dive in. But even if they do so, it could cause a counter play by ONIC Esports.
It's crazy. If you take a look at the items, again, it's just everyone, even the roamers. 25 minutes in the game, and everyone has full items. The immortalities here are basically the only thing we should focus on because these are constantly going to be swapped in. But wait, there's a very interesting item change from CW. He actually got the DHS now. He sold the Blade of Heptases, and this is a very good move in the later stage of the game up against Aura Fire's tankier frontline members. DHS with maximum HP damage is going to be a bit more impactful than the Heptases. That was very good for ONIC when they had the lead. Now it's completely gone. Now they need to just go for a team fight, a team fighting item, and that's what they went for.
Can ONIC defend this one? Lord charges in the bottom base turret. It will fall very soon. ONIC now will deal with the Lord first. Seems like Aura, they're not going instantly for the fights. Taking this third time now is Aura Fire. Perhaps might look for the mid-side turret. ONIC still defends it well.
They have really good high ground and they have really good wave clear, right? Okay, Aura Fire, because of the Hansler, they are going to get an inhibitor turret in the bottom side and a second tier turret. But if Aura Fire commits too hard onto this, it could be as easy for ONIC Esports to turn it back around. And look at Keyboy already just trying to play around with Aura Fire, looking for a proper engage.
Fluffy trying to find the cheeky flank, cancelled out by Kyrie. Now Chai with the Blazing Duet does not really melt anyone just yet. Take a look at the Call Alter pop. Oh, Keyboy looking for the re-engage perhaps with that concealed play. Does not get the opening that he wants. Now they, again, hold their composure once again.
They defended really well. ONIC were able to micromanage the waves to a point where they clear out every single one, only losing their base turret. One, technically. Sure, the tier 2s were taken away by Aura Fire as well, but the main structures that they need to prioritize to defend has to be just those base turrets, and they will still have a map pressure lead, or have more map pressure in this game with 2 base turrets standing, right? Mid and top, both going to be constantly shoving towards Aura Fire. So Aura are going to be at a disadvantage still here, but they are actually going to be able to go for the commitment here. ONIC might have made, oh no, Aura reset the Lord right on time. Beatrix showed up on top. That was the moment for Aura Fire to really punish ONIC. But in the end, it's now back to even. No, it's actually back to ONIC with a disadvantage with the top lane pushed in.
It's not good. It's not good. Now you can see that the Lapu Lapu Fluffy is forced to go back into that position, forced to clear. But look at the interesting and peculiar positioning coming in from ONIC Esports. Are they looking for a pickoff, perhaps?
They might, right? I mean, let's see here. I mean, Drian already clear mid, so let's see where he rotates. But no, it seems like they're just okay. They're just okay. And take a look at Kyrie and Boots here, being the guards of the Lord here, trying to control, have more control. Will they commit to this? I don't know. It's just a Lord dance at this point.
Kyrie doesn't have the immortality, so this is something that we need to take into account, right? He actually goes for the anti-Chorus here. It's a good reset, but with these resets constantly happening, it's going to be ONIC with the lead here. That's a concealed play, but it's read out by Drian, and now they have been spotted on the other side of the map. And ONIC can put some more pressure down in the bottom lane. They're not sending any members, though. That bottom lane is slow pushing. If ONIC don't send some members down below, this could be bad for them. Aura Fire can utilize the better setup to maybe commit to a team fight, or even worse for ONIC, maybe just steal the Lord again.
Buki now already clearing bot, so yeah, you're right. That can be trouble. for ONIC. Let's see how they handle this one though. As now the Lord is at health HP approximately. So, are they going to commit to this? Let's see. ONIC still trying to force that fight. Now it seems like they are pulling the trigger. Tide cancelled out in the backside with the BMI escapes. Boots trying to zone the members. Gets still, but now it seems like the fight goes on. Boots gets taken down. Has Immortal. Tide with the blazing duets. Will try to burn the members away. But it seems like Kyrie gets the Lord. Kabuki finds it. 3 members taken down as Aura Fire responds back in game 2.
Now this is looking like disaster for ONIC Esports. Keyboy is the only one left standing. The Lord is marching in the bottom side, and Giant is the one that is left. He has enough wave clear, he has enough basic attack speed as well as damage to end the game. ONIC Esports has just made a huge blunder.
Say hello to game 3. Aura Fire forcing ONIC. Number 8 standings in as of now. Force the number 1 standings in the league for a game 3. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MPL ID Season 11.